He said, I hope you heal so that you can receive all that you deserve. So eventually, he got tired of it. He left.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Shak-Reacts here once again, and today's some crazy clips of the worst couples I can find. Now, like always, guys, my favorite clip will be at the end, but in this first one, it is absolutely sad. This man's relationship went down the drain after catching his wife cheating.
As you guys know, I just bought a house, but last night, something told me to check my wife's phone. I usually never do this, and I found out that my wife's been talking to a bunch of different dudes. One dude specifically throughout all hours of the night on multiple different social media DM platforms. And today when I confronted her about it, she looked at me and all she could say was sorry. You sitting here talking to other men, I just bought us a house, I'm giving up everything, I'm trying to make you successful in your career, and you've been talking to other men? Yeah, 2025 is definitely going to be a year that I have to sit back and kind of reevaluate my life and really find myself. I just want to let you guys know, like, you can be as good of a guy as you want, do everything for your family, and these bitches are still gonna fucking play you. 11 years, wait.
Yeah, this is exactly why I always preach on this channel. Check your spouse's phone. Don't just be one of those guys that's scared to check your wife's phone because you don't want to be called insecure. If this man never checked your phone, he would still be getting cheated on and working a lot of hours.
Your age?
32.
If I wanted to take you on a first date, what's the absolute most I should spend on it?
I don't think there's a number. It's all about the vibes. It's all about the connection.
What if we went on a date? The vibes are great, but I asked you to split it with me. Would you do it or no?
I would do it, but never see you again.
So hold on.
Because at the end of the day, it's like the man is just, it's not about how much he spends, but it's also the effort he wants to put in, you know, as a man. We women, we get pregnant and we're gonna have a baby, and like the first few years, it might be hard for a woman to work or take care of herself and the baby, you know. It's like, for me, I'm old school when it comes to that. So I want my man to provide, but I also support him in any kind of business he's doing.
So you don't believe in 50-50?
I don't believe in 50-50.
Yeah, here we have another woman who wants princess traditional treatment without being one herself. The only kind of women that expected this back in the day were also traditional. Men got something in return. A woman who was pure. No feminist values at all. Probably know how to cook, clean, take care of kids. A lot of motherly values. But what do you know how to do? I'm not gonna say she has a huge body count. I don't know who she is. But you're in Miami at night. Definitely on the older side. So what skills exactly do you have?
A family-friendly amusement park. Do y'all have to up every damn event? Help me to understand. What would make you comfortable enough to wear a tennis skirt so short it's 6 inches of raw ass hanging out the bottom of it? We're at Disney World, my God.
Yeah, women these days will do absolutely anything to show off as much skin as possible, even when there's only kids in the area. And you're saying that you guys do this for yourselves?
We shower too much. I shower a few times a month. First of all, unless you have a good water filtration system, you're just putting straight toxins and metals on your body from the water system. If you wouldn't drink it, why would you let your lingam touch it or your yoni touch it?
Right.
So I don't shower much because I don't smell, and you can clean the appropriate parts, you know, take the hooker bath, if you will, and you're good to go.
Brother,
This woman is absolutely botched up, is an OnlyFans chick, sleeps with a bunch of men, and now you're telling me she doesn't even take showers? Yeah, you're definitely gonna get something radioactive after this.
One more time?
I am not gonna sleep with him. It's closed for business. Yeah. I'm gonna be a good girl.
Okay.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
A pot-smoking slut!
Yeah, you're telling me another man in the future is gonna have to cuff this up? I'll pass.
I know a who went out on a date with a nigga. She didn't like him, but it was her first time ever being asked on a date, and it was her first date, so she went. Had a great time, went out to eat. You know what I'm saying? Bowling and shit, some light shit, right? She went and f***ed the nigga 2 weeks after and told him, oh, I went on a date with a nigga, I ain't even like him, but I went for the free meal. I blocked his ass afterwards. The nigga was me. I took her on a date and got blocked afterwards. You know what my homeboy told me? My homie was the nigga 2 weeks ago. That nigga called me the next day and said, bruh, what the did I tell you about taking these on dates? All I did was buy her a bag of chips, and she was down to now you up here upping this whole standards and shit. it's gonna be hard for the next nigga because of you. Yeah, I've been in the gym ever since.
This is exactly why, gentlemen, you guys should never lead with money no matter what women say. There are things that women are very vocal about that they want. A man to pay for the date. They want special things. They want special gifts, flowers. But then there are things that women respond to instead, which is just a man who treats them like garbage and is just physically attractive. This is exactly why you shouldn't feel like you have to pay for anything, because it's not getting you closer to her or giving you a better chance.
I don't know if this is a new trend, but I'm seeing a lot of women all of a sudden coming on this app and telling their stories about how they're so sad and lonely, and all because they decided to put in and file for divorce. Their husbands didn't leave them. They were simply unhappy. Yep, you heard it right. They were unhappy, and not unhappy for years, but unhappy for a period of time. Unhappy for a period of time, and frankly, just got tired of trying and decided not to try anymore, and then wondered why it didn't get better. So what they do? They left. And then you're miserable because your partner decides to leave and move on and start other relationships, which from the outside, you say to yourself, well, he's the version of himself I wanted with someone else.
Wow, incredible. Yeah, and the big reason for this is social media. A lot of these women think that their lives are supposed to be the exact same way of what they see on their phones through these Instagram pages. A rich, lavish lifestyle. Also, they're just constantly posting themselves. They're probably getting a ton of attention from different men, and they think that they should give these men a shot and they should be exploring their options, or also just not living life to the fullest. One thing is for sure, and that is the grass is definitely not greener on the other side.
I just had my lips done 2 weeks ago. They're still healing. But clearly people don't know that your lips look crazy for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, any woman who does cosmetic surgeries or just Botox and lip filler, you're just insecure.
22, and it's like, I kind of want you to just like shut up, do the dishes, suck my and be fun, like just like listen to me and like whatever. Like this is more like maybe like a wife scenario. Sure. But I'm not ready for that, so like, yeah, you're just like too like almost not dumb.
I have been one of the nicest things anyone's ever said.
As crazy as what he said is, this is exactly how a lot of men think. We put women in two categories, wifey or not wifey.
Good as fuck, you the one I want.
The boys get you fucked tonight, I'm just saying, but...
Hold on, whoa! I just need to know your name, mama.
My name is Anaya, what's your name?
My name Chris, I need your number.
I can't give you my number while you got me on live and shit. Damn.
Alright, then I'll give you my number. I'm not fucking playing with you.
Ooh, here, what's your number?
Life is good.
Yeah, it's pretty wild how easy it is to pull a woman. You don't see any money. You just gotta be physically attractive or I guess have a nice voice.
I want you. Don't keep doing that shit. My shit wet now. Damn, you got my spot. Oh, Marquez. If you wasn't my grandson, you would want this, honey. Stop it.
Yeah, I really wish I could unsee this. I'm sorry you guys had to watch it with me.
You're a victim. What's the last thing that pissed you the f off?
A man on a bike stopped like right in front of me and then just stared for a bit and then got pissed off when I said f off. That literally happened like a few hours ago.
I have a really happy life and I spread love. It's probably the drugs and shit, but it works.
What is there to be happy about in New York City? Love isn't real. People aren't real. You're not real.
Do you tell yourself that in the mirror every day?
No. Every morning it's like, what are you doing? That's about it. That's all I got.
I say today's gonna be a good day. F it. I just spread positivity. It's all.
Yeah, these are two polar opposite people. I'm not even sure how they're friends. But one thing is for sure, this woman definitely talks to rocks at night.
Sensational.
Say it, no. I pay all my bills. I do all this by myself. How you gonna tell me anything? Like,
so if I paid your bills, can I tell you how to dress?
You gotta pay my bills. You gotta do a lot. It gotta be more than just that. Okay, pay my bills. Everything for it gets to be done. And then you can tell me how to live, first breathe. But you ain't doing all that. And sir, busting down my vest. Hello, you see me? I'm naked outside. We naked. I'm naked outside. I need it all.
Here we have another woman who is completely led by money. This is not your girlfriend. This is not going to be your wife. This is a product you buy, and you kind of rent it. And once you don't have enough money to pay it, she's just gonna leave.
Guy friends honestly want to do is smash. They're just waiting for the
That's not true.
Yes,
sometimes you just friends with them. Like sometimes they just friends with you.
All right, so call one of your guy friends right now. And
My guy friends don't like me. That's why they're my friends.
They don't like you. They don't like this pretty girl right here.
No.
Call one of them and tell them that me and you had an argument and that you want to go cuddle up with them right now.
Cuddle with them?
Yeah, good. I'm giving you permission right now to do that. In my face.
Hello?
Yo, Miss Ray.
Hey.
What's up?
Me and Jeremiah just got in a big fight. I'm just like down bad right now. Can I come over? Can we cuddle and stuff? Because I'm really sad. Like, I'm just in my feelings.
What's going on? Jeremiah not eating it?
Nah. But I mean, because we just in an argument right now. So can I just come over and like cuddle and stuff with you?
Yeah, fine. Hurry up. What time you gonna come? Like, in the next like 5 minutes? 10 minutes?
Yeah, I can be on the way right now.
I'm waiting for this moment. Like, you sure? Like, y'all done? Like, you sure?
Wait, what you mean? Okay, I'm gonna just call you back. Hold on.
That was easy. I have yet to see this test ever pass. It really does prove that men will wait literally forever. And it's not much waiting, honestly. They're just following a girl, paying attention to her lifestyle, wondering when this other guy is gonna leave because they think it's eventually gonna happen. And guess what? A lot of the times it does happen. This is exactly why don't let your girl think these men are just friends with you because you have a great personality.
If you don't fit on an airplane in 2024, it's not your fault. It's the airline's fault. Are you serious right now, bro? I came across this video like 2 minutes ago, and if I have to see it, you guys have to see it too.
Airlines make their products smaller every year. Then they blame us for not fitting. If your car got smaller every year, wouldn't you be pissed? Seats are getting smaller, seatbelts are getting shorter, and they pack us in tighter so they can make more money. But when we can't squeeze into their tiny seats, it's somehow our fault. I'm done letting airlines make us the problem when it's them causing it.
You know, after she made this video, a lot of people have just been hating on her, saying she's wrong, and I have to just completely agree with every single one of you. Airplanes have been flying since the 1920s. They didn't just start magically shrinking. You know, maybe, just maybe, you're getting bigger. And this is nothing new. She's been making videos like this, bashing the airline since like 2020.
I mean, let her keep complaining. What's next? You're gonna start complaining about horses once you can't ride them because of how big you are? Are you gonna start calling these horses fat phobic or they're just very weak? No, there's a limit to everything. And start taking accountability over your health.
Everything I say and do, and I just can't.
How are you crying, playing the victim on social media when you are the one that cheated? Go give that man an apology, not the internet.
Are hard to please. Men have high standards. 3 months ago, I went to Wendy's, got the spicy nuggets. I haven't been to Wendy's in years. Pull up to the window. She's like, hey, here's your nuggets. I'm like, oh, thank you. I go to drive off. She goes, wait, you forgot your Frosty. I was like, I didn't even get a Frosty. It was one of the mini ones. She goes, I know, you just look like you needed something special today. I've been thinking about her for 3 months. 3 months!
Yeah, it's true. Men barely get compliments, but when we do, we will never forget it.
I got a question. Is it gay for a man to fall asleep in the front seat while his homeboy driving? Okay, I thought it was too. Thank you.
There was a time I slept on my friend's shoulder for a 6-hour flight, and I don't regret it.
Andrea, you said women are the prize?
Yes. So first of all, the men reach out to us, right? So obviously we're the prize, period. That's literally the answer. First.
Starting to change.
You ask us to go out to dinner, you pick us up. If I thought you were the prize, I would be doing that for you. You know, it's like, but I'm not doing that for a guy.
Although this is rooted in cultural tradition, is based around kind of a remnant idea of not quite chivalry, but something close to that. Came from kind of 1700 European Commonwealth traditions when it came to courtship. Of course, men always approached women, and they had to go through the father, they had to go through the family, things like this. And there's a remnant of that went over into American dating and European dating, but that's become eroded. It's funny when women kind of about Andrew Tate, but Andrew Tate's popularity is because he's like, nah, you don't have to do that. If you work on yourself and you end up with a bunch of cash and you end up in really good shape and you kind of up your level, women will come to you. And he's right, they will. That women will be the pursuers if you are in a higher socioeconomic status that you put yourself in. He's like, why waste your time pursuing them when you can do A, B, and C, and then the women you actually want pursue you?
Yeah, gentlemen, this is exactly why I'm a huge advocate of focusing on yourself, focusing on your life, because you don't have to be the one who constantly chases. Do you think these high-valued men are actually sliding into girls' DMs? No, they get so many flooded themselves. The work is done for them. And I'm not saying you guys are gonna be famous and successful on social media, but when you are worth something and you're above the average guy, you are able to do things a lot of men don't have to do.
So this one time, this guy told me, let's go on a date. And I was like, okay. But he was like, but my Corvette's in the shop. So I was like, all right, whatever. I picked him up in my car. We get to Wingstop. He said he forgot his wallet. I paid for the date. And turns out he had no Corvette.
Did you hook up with him at the end?
No. I would have gotten something. I didn't even get dick.
Yeah, she really fell for the oldest trick in the book. But hey, W's for that guy, Drizzle Drizzle.
Why would I get my
together for you when bitches out here will accept me for who I am right now? Who the fuck are you for me to get better for you?
We don't do that here.
That's it, brother. That's the way it is, cuz.
It's really true. Don't think you have to better yourselves for a woman who's not going to currently accept you, especially when it has to do with making more money.
Happened to men pursuing girls. When was the pivotal moment that a man chose to not go after a girl anymore or put in any effort? It seems like guys can just put the bare minimum and not even really put in effort anymore. They don't really care to. Or they're like, why don't girls just go and make the first move and make the effort? When did it become a thing? Now it's like role reversal where they expect girls to be making the first moves, yearning for a guy and chasing him. That is, I feel like, the downfall of why it's so hard to meet someone, because men don't put in effort anymore or don't care to put in effort. And a relationship won't work unless the guy likes the girl just a tiny little bit more. He has to like her just the tiniest bit more for it to work in the long haul. So it would make sense if a guy really wanted to get to know you, that he would go leaps and bounds to get to know you.
Is this woman really saying that guys do the bare minimum? Are you serious right now? Do you know how many clips I've seen of women pretty much saying all over the internet that they don't want to cook for their husbands, they don't want to clean for him, they don't want to do anything for him, they want princess trophy wife treatment? There's endless. But you're just mad that men aren't approaching you. Maybe they're not because they're too damn busy working jobs to afford you women.
I'm broke.
I don't care. Look at me. I don't care what the fuck we have to go through. I'm gonna go through it with you. We're gonna go through it together. Listen, if you gotta stay with me and find a job, we're gonna sit all night going through applications together. I will not let you fall. You understand me? I am never gonna let you fall. I'm always going to have your back. I'm always going to make sure you have it. Look at me. You're not broke. You're fine. You got us.
That's what I'm talking about!
Yeah, this is incredibly hard to come by, and if any man has a woman like this by their side, please hold her tightly and don't let her go. I'm even willing to say I would take a girl who's like a 6, 7 out of 10 with this kind of personality than a 10 out of 10 who doesn't give me this kind of treatment.
What? What? How? Do you see it?
Yeah, I actually find it exciting to f people for the first time. I think it's like thrilling for me. So it doesn't bother me at all when people are like, oh, you f many people. I'm like, well, what are you doing?
You're just chasing your desires. You know what's also really bad, but makes you feel good? Drugs. Are you gonna start promoting that as well? Like, come on now.
A damaged woman will not appreciate a good thing until she no longer has access to it. I dated a guy, he was incredible. We were young, he had his life together, he had a plan, he was respectful, a gentleman. He was a good person. But I was damaged and unable to receive what he wanted to give me, which was love and respect. So eventually, he got tired of it. He left. He didn't make a scene. He didn't disrespect me. He was just done. But what he said forced me to look at myself. He said, I hope you heal so that you can receive all that you deserve. I still love you. And that crushed me. Do you hear me? Crushed me. I was like, oh my God, what have I done? I lost him. It took me to lose a good person and deal with unhealed people for me to realize that there's a shortage of good people. And if you find a good person, man, you better hold on to them, because it might be a very long time, if ever you find another one. I looked for him in practically everybody, and I never found him. So, I don't know. Be mindful.
This is exactly why, gentlemen, you should not be going for women who are so-called damaged or need a man to come in their lives and fix them up, because you can't. These damaged women are used to a life of chaos, and once that chaos isn't presented, they will create their own chaos. Leave these women for different types of men, because the men who are respectful, have their stuff together, take accountability for their lives, will never be enough for a woman like this. I'm glad she's finally realizing her mistakes. Maybe it's time she finally changes, but I can't promise you're gonna find a man like that in the future. That is just my opinion though, guys, because that does wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys do want more content just like this, please watch the videos. You guys see the top screen. It doesn't much know a lot. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.